live right around Australia for the battle between Essendon and Collingwood. In round 6, the Bombers won a stirring struggle. The two famous clubs have been in magnificent form, each winning 10 out of their last 11 matches. Today, the Bombers and the Magpies are playing for top of the ladder, the position premierships are won from. This should be the great game of the home and away season. Essendon versus Collingwood on AFL Live. Form as Essendon come out, they've won 10 out of their last 11, so has Collingwood, and for the past 7 weeks they have shared the top 2 positions on the table. The last time they met, a big crowd at the MCG, scores were level at half-time. The Bombers finished up winning by 26 points, 15-11 to 10-15. It may be the second week in August, it feels like the middle of September. I know Bernie Quinlan and...
We have a look at the named lineups. We don't know whether they will line up this way at the start, but we've got Terry Danaher at full-back against Gavin Brown. That should be a very interesting clash. Gavin Brown has been out for a couple of weeks. Starcevic into the side after playing in the seconds last week, and the magician Dacos in the forward pocket.
Well, a very vital clash, the half-forward line for Collingwood. Mick McLon in great form. Big job for Manson. Kevin Moss played very well last week. A bonus to Essendon. Bryn Bolton improved, and O'Donnell plays tight and hard.
What about the centre line clash, Peter? That should be the clash of the day. Swing the match either way, I'd say. Beat this centre line duel, Mullane and Anderson especially. Two brilliant players. Mullane maybe a little bit harder. I think he might test Anderson out early. Harvey and Shaw, another great contest. And right along, you'll go a long way to see a better clash than that.
Well, the Essendon half-forward line, Banderhaar's a big game player. Izzard very quick, but that Collingwood half-back line's good. Morwood, Christian, Jamie Turner's had a good year. Very tight half-back line.
And the Essendon forward line, of course, Simon Madden, Werner, Antrobus against Kelly, who had a great game last week. Kerrison gave a very tight Collingwood back line.
A big job in the rucks for Damien Monkhorst, because he has to contend with Salmon and Madden, a double-barrelled attack. Champion Watson there against Krasiska. Russell, a big improver. Buick with great pace. This is going to be a great clash.
And interchange Johnston and Spawn for Essendon, and Doug Barwick, Ronnie McEwen for Collingwood. Maybe Francis could be...
Salmon versus Monkhorst for the first of many duels in the centre. Monkhorst gets the first tap. Thompson misses it. Buick with a quick kick. He's been the big goal kicker for the Bombers this year. Right versus Long. Long with pace. Right with him. Off the ground by Antrobus. The footy will be hard to get early. Antrobus in the pocket with a good-looking kick. Watson. Cleverly. Shaw. Well done. One captain to another. Shaw to half-back. Anderson versus Mullane. And Anderson takes the first grab.
That's going to be Anderson versus Mullane, Bernie.
You're right. This centre line clashes will have a big bearing on the result of this match.
Anderson to half-forward. A pack of players. The big arms of Salmon. He is going to be a worry today for Collingwood with his height. He kicked 6 goals in the last clash against the Magpies at the MCG, and just sheer height, Bernie.
There's too big there for Shane Morwood, and Monkhorst not getting back in time with Salmon to contest, and Salmon really marked that too easily.
Paul Salmon started in the ruck. Madden down on the forward line. The first scoring shot of the game from directly in front. Paul Salmon kicks it goal. He's hooked it slightly. Is it goal? He has missed. Missed to the left. And it's a bad miss from there. But it is very breezy conditions. It won't be easy for the players today as Shane Kerrison brings it back into play.
Looks for Turner. Izzard with him. Chaps it well. Morwood and Harvey. Oh, Harvey tried to get rid of Shaw. Now Izzard from 45 metres with a long run and a good run and a straight run. The Bombers are 1-1. Collingwood yet to score.
Well, they're two very evenly matched sides on paper, Bruce, and it's just a matter of who gets on top early across the centre. They are kicking with the slight wind advantage, as Michael Roberts said, a 2 to 3 goal advantage to the main scoreboard end, the end to which Essendon are kicking. And well done there, Alan Izzard. A good, accurate kick for goal.
Umpire Peter Carey bounces Monkhorst to ground. Players going in hard after Graham Wright. Hand pass is intended for Krasiska, but the pace of Buick. He's getting round on the left foot. A quick little kick is good play. Paul Salmon, centre of the ground, the long booming kick to full forward. Werner's up there in front, punched away by Gayfer was good disciplined play. Izzard and Werner. Werner taps it further afield. Michael Long, he's danger because he's got it from 35 metres. Long sets sail for home. He's missed. And he's looking dangerous, Michael Long, with his pace. And there's the vocal Essendon crowd. They're excited. Everyone is. First 3 scoring shots of the game to the Bombers. 1 goal to 8 lead. Collingwood yet to score.
Sun shining brightly at Waverley. Anderson versus Mullane. Thompson. Smothered by Shaw. And it'll be a throw-in. The Bombers in attack. Darren Mullane, who's been outstanding this year. Bernie Quinlan making the statement, if he hadn't been suspended, he would be the Brownlow medal favourite. Salmon to Harvey, to Anderson with a quick kick. Buick, will it set? It does. Left foot, oh, he made a miss of it. It went straight into Kelly. Long handball. Krasiska, well done. Kelly did well. Quick kick. Cransberg. And a throw in at centre wing. Cransberg and McGuan. There's a lot of matchups here.
Well done by the Magpies then in defence. They really do have a good solid defence because Buick had a chance on the left foot and really did mess it up. Monkhorst against Salmon. Salmon takes front position, but he gets the tap in. Tony Francis. Late change in the side to half forward. Kevin Walsh playing on Manson. Walsh to half forward. Mark taken down there by Shane Kerrison.
Starcevic not playing for Collingwood. Francis coming in to the 20. Kerrison to centre wing. Anderson against Mullane. Gee, looked a bit ticky Touchwood for 1990. They haven't been paying them this year. Mullane to McEwen. It sits. Christian the handball, no. McEwen still with it. Still McEwen. A very good tackle by Watson. Long. Watson. Johnston. The Bombers away. And a good kick.
That was
and
bad.
a great mark.
Sorry, Bruce, that was bad play by Ronnie McEwen. He should have given the hand pass out to Michael Christian. The first option.
Madden looking for Werner. Gayfer at the back. The tackle is on. It's taken away from him. Good tackle by Werner. Michael Long from the boundary line. Fires a goal and misses. So the Bombers doing all the attacking. And they're not putting many goals on the board. 1-3. They do have the win. Collingwood yet to score. And there's the coach, Kevin Sheedy. Always a pretty calm customer.
Kerrison doing the kicking in. Looks for Kelly. Trying to expose Madden's lack of pace, but he ran him down and ran him down quickly. Christian round his body. McGuan, who's been one of Collingwood's big kick getters this season, finds a bit of space. McEwen, Danaher against him. The 2 5s. O'Donnell playing on Dacos. Quick kick, clever kick to Anderson, who can go short, and he does to Watson. The champ can run on. Left foot precision kick to Werner. Play on. No, Mark Pay.
That should be your mark there, Bruce. A brilliant pass there by Tim Watson on the left foot. Some attention there from Gayfer after he took the mark. Essendon playing precision football at the moment.
And I think their pace is really worrying Collingwood. It's showing out already, Bernie.
So Werner from the pocket, 45 metres out. He's kicked 24 goals this season. He started the year very well. Runs around a bit of the angle to the goal square and through for a behind. So they've had a few chances. It's 1-4 Essendon. Collingwood yet to score.
Well, there's a bit of a stiff breeze they're kicking into the Magpie side at the moment, so Essendon want to make the most of this in the first quarter.
Yes, I agree with that. All right, this is Jamie Turner receiving from Kerrison. He's deep on that half-back flank. The kick to centre wing, Anderson and Mullane. A great... Oh, good mark. Was it a push out? Yes, another push out against Anderson. I think that one was definitely there. The first one probably a little doubtful. The kick comes to Christian. A free kick given by Walsh. Is the play on decision. It'll come back because it was good umpiring, because that almost was not to Collingwood's advantage. One bad bounce and it certainly wouldn't have been. There's Michael Christian, the half forward. McEwen in front. Danaher at the back. Good mark, Terry Danaher. No, hasn't been paid. Grenbold in after it. Strong tackle on Francis, and the pressure out there burning Quinlan enormous.
Yes, well, it's almost grand final type atmosphere out here at VFL Park, Pete. It's been a magnificent build-up for the match.
Monkhorst and Salmon Monkhurst clearly, but then Salmon again. Shaw, with courage, running into the other captain, Watson. Thompson just got rid of it in a hurry. A quick kick by Francis. Dacos and O'Donnell. Walsh. O'Donnell. Still O'Donnell. Harvey. This is where they've looked dangerous. Madden provides a lead. Open forward line, long kick. Werner on a long lead. Antrobus. They waited Collingwood. Antrobus ducks. Still play on. Good umpiring. Let it go. Kerrison. Right. Now he's got Christian. He's only going to kick it to him. And here's a Paddock. A terrible kick. Cransberg's got it.
Yes, this could be costly because Michael Long with a hand pass to Harvey, who's playing a great game so far. Very slow to get rid of it. And not good play, Mark Harvey. Far too slow. Jamie Turner takes the mark. Centre wing is Christian unattended. And Michael Christian should have taken the mark a moment ago. I think it was a poor kick by Wright. Here's Monkhorst. Thumped away by Johnston. Walsh held to him. Johnston in after it. Lies on top of it. That could be holding the ball. Umpire says no. The two umpires today, Dennis Rich and Peter Carey, and this is Dennis Rich about the bounce.
10-0, 1 for the Bombers. Collingwood yet to score. Essendon kicking to the left. The scoring end. Monkhurst wins it easily. Walsh and Manson. Cransberg. Russell. Christian. From 65 metres. Dacos. O'Donnell does well. Grenville. It'll beat Francis and O'Donnell over. O'Donnell just reminding Francis where he was.
I think if the players have got any sore spots, they'll be found out in this match today, Pete.
I'd say that again, and O'Donnell doing very well so far. He's really attacking the ball against Peter Dacos. That's Salmon, taps it on straight to Christian. That's in the back to Essendon, no doubt about that one. And Johnston will take it. David Johnston at half-back. Swings always taking a long time to get rid of it. Gets in a hand pass to Gary O'Donnell. Peter Dacos will have to man up a little bit better. Paul Hamilton caught. Essendon players hanging onto it too long. This is Manson. Wasn't sure whether to go over to McEwen. That's good play, the long kick. Scott Russell, he's dropped the sitter. Difficult one though with the breeze. The kick in towards goal. Gavin Brown can't control it. Cransberg in after it. And that was good play by the Bombers under pressure as the kick comes out towards right. Michael Long, it bounces to suit him. Good, clever play by Michael Long as he traps that ball beautifully. The kick to half forward, Tim Watson marks. He's hurt. He is hurt.
He's in a bad way, Tim Watson.
I think he copped a cork thigh, or is his knee gone?
His left knee's gone, Pete.
He is in agony, the Essendon champion, and let's hope...
Or is it an ankle? It's a knee or an ankle.
Let's hope he's not too serious because one of the great players in the competition.
I think he may be grabbing for that left ankle.
Well, it'll be tragic one way or the other. A kick by Buick, Gaffer. Anderson misses it, McEwen. Still McEwen, caught again. The Bombers tackling fierce. Danaher with a sweeping one to Anderson. Left foot to the goal square. Kelly back there, Madden against him. Morwood to Shaw. Watson coming off the ground, throw against Morwood.
That's a tough decision. Watson straight off the ground. Carried straight off Tim Watson, and we won't see him back on the ground.
Van der Haar on, and Harvey takes the free kick. Now watch Watson's injury. You can see immediately he'll feel the pain here. Crunch.
Had to be ankle, didn't it?
I think it's that left ankle, Pete.
So Harvey, who himself has been badly injured in the last couple of seasons, from 20 metres out with a low drop punt, and Harvey has put it through.
16 plays nil. It's all Essendon at the moment, but we must remember they are kicking with the breeze. Cleverly done out to Antrobus by Salmon. Buick in after it. Quick hand pass, punched away by Jamie Turner. Essendon players everywhere waiting for it. There's Buick again. Now it's Izzard going the punch. Monkhorst taken away by Grenville. Can he get in a hand pass? He can. Well done, Graham Wright. Beautifully trapped, and look at the tackling. Well done, David Johnston. Jamie Turner. Tony Shaw. Wide is Krasiska in the Collingwood short passing. Salmon put the pressure on. The Collingwood short passing a little bit astray at the moment into the breeze.
Well, probably something to do with the pressure there, Pete, but both sides tackling hard.
Michael Roberts, Tim Watson situation.
Oh, Tim Watson's in a very bad way. Left ankle, they're taking him straight up the race and he won't return for the rest of the game. It is a left ankle and he's writhing in pain.
Russell's left foot, thanks for that, Michael. Monkhurst. So terrible news for Essendon, but at the moment they're winning the footy match. Salmon to Madden, who with Watson has won 8 best and fairest between them at the club. Madden, long one to Werner, and a confident lead and a confident mark. Well, it's a good kick.
That's a strong mark by Werner in front of Gayfer. Craig Kelly played fullback last week. He has the job today on Simon Madden with Mick Gayfer playing fullback.
So Werner from about 55 metres, Gayfer on the 50-metre line. Drop punt, he's timed it well. It's a good kick. It's a magnificent goal. 3-4 to no score.
Oh, what a start by the Bombers. They're completely outplaying Collingwood at the moment. But it's only early days. Collingwood, I don't need worry at this stage because they are kicking into the breeze. I know you're shaking your head, Pete, and you're a little bit worried.
Oh, I think it's a bad start. 3, 4, 7 shots to none. It's just not a good start, I don't think. Tim Watson in all sorts of trouble. Salmon, Collingwood will have to really hold Essendon for the rest of this quarter. There's Walsh. They're getting it out the centre a lot, Essendon. In numbers, that's Jamie Turner to the half-forward line. It's all Essendon again. Hansberg can't control it. Took his eyes off it. It's left to Terry Danaher. A sweeping hand pass to Antrobus. He's bucked off the ball. Good strong play there by Francis. Oh, 2 Collingwood players, Mullane and Christian. Look at the tackling of Essendon though. Mullane back to Jamie Turner. Turner in all sorts of trouble. A quick kick. Harvey and now Francis. He went for it one-handed. He should have been 2. Paul Salmon playing well. Oh, cleverly walks. Then gets in the hand pass. They've got the numbers, Essendon. This is Antrobus. A shocking kick to half forward. It's grabbed by Turner, but look at that magnificent tackle. Christian backwards and finds Tony Shaw, and he'll get the Magpies out of trouble.
A lot of pressure early. Salmon playing wonderfully well in the centre. Danaher provides some run for him. He'll kick it out to Madden with a long one. Madden between 2 of them. McGuan. It's a bit slow motion, Collingwood, compared with Essendon. Long gets rid of right. Thompson. Short. It didn't sit for Antrobus. Gayfer shrugs him aside to Francis. Dummied one handball to Russell. Then goes to McGuan. And with one bounce he can attack. McGuan to centre half forward with an awkward one. Brown attacks it. Dacos and O'Donnell. Terry Danaher. Cool in the crisis, as you'd expect. Kicks it to Izard. Well, they're everywhere at the moment, the Bombers. Collingwood chasing Guernseys. Izard to Madden. Couldn't make it this time. Kelly. Right. Shaw. Misses the body again. Thompson runs into him. Krasiska. Again pressure. McGuan gets rid of Harvey. McGuan to half forward. O'Donnell and Dacos. O'Donnell doing very well. Grenville. Still Grenville. Well done to Johnston.
Well, that is magnificent football by Essendon. Johnston's centre wing is a bad kick because it goes straight to Tony Shaw. Shaw to the half-forward line. Izard bumps at the ground. The Collingwood field kicking not good. Michael Long finds Izard. They've got enormous pace, this Essendon side. Half-forward is Madden. Now he's got back-up support. It's a loose ball with Van der Haar. He loses it. Good tackling by the Magpies. Kicked off the ground by Simon Madden. Harvey's in after. He puts the head down and charges in. And don't tell me he's hurt. I don't know. There's an interchange. Barwick on and Ronnie McEwen off for the Magpies. Is Harvey okay? Yes, he is. There's Doug Barwick onto the forward line on Terry Danaher, who is dominating up there.
Madden unopposed. Kelly and also Gayfer Izard. Handball by Gayfer to Shaw to right. Now with some space. They're just trying to set something up. Monkhurst at centre wing. Barwick on for a bit of pace, Bernie, do you think?
Yes, definitely. The movement on the forward line, they need that, Bruce.
Barwick in front of Danaher, no free kick. Barwick handballs to the space. It sits up and Francis attacks the goal and from 35 metres.
Yes, that would have been a very handy one into the breeze. There's the Magpie chant.
Almost immediately they moved with Doug Barwick, getting the hand pass out to Tony Francis. So it nearly paid dividends.
They were a little bit top-heavy up there, Bernie.
Probably, Pete, yeah.
Particularly kicking into the wind. Terry Danaher might put this out on the full no. I think it's marked just inside. Mark Thompson. Just on the line. The boundary umpire with a good view of that one. One of the reliable players for Essendon, Mark Thompson. The half-back, Van der Haar and Christian. Good use of the body by Christian. Van der Haar taps it onto Izzard. Cleverly done, Izzard. The quick kick. Centre of the ground is Jamie Turner. Almost brought down from behind. It's kicked away by Izzard. Grabbed with Van der Haar. Clever little chip pass. Looking for Kransberg. Will it sit for him? It won't. Oh, Kerrison forgot about the ball. That allowed Antrobus to come in. Could be costly. Simon Madden, a shocking bounce. I think they're looking for Simon a little bit too much. Hand pass comes over to Kelly. Kelly to the centre of the ground and hits Christian on the chest.
Can they set something up here? Christian looking to go sideways. Then goes towards the pocket. Manson in the front spot. Walsh. Danaher. O'Donnell. To Salmon. They've done wonderfully well back there. Hamilton. Confidence amongst themselves to Thompson. And he can go to the centre wing and look at this. Buick's got a paddock. It sits now. He can spend all day over this. Drop punt to Werner. Well done, Morwood. Harvey. Morwood to the boundary line. Safety first there.
Great defensive work from both sides, Bruce. Morwood on that occasion for the safety of the boundary line, but Essendon running it magnificently out of their back line.
Kelly against Madden. Madden taps it down. Gaffer punches away danger. Androvus having a touch of the fumble. Grabbed by the dangerous Long. Onto the right foot. Van der Haar gets... Oh, good play, Michael Long. He was a clever player, Bernie.
Michael Long always looking for a lead in the forward line. Even from about 30 metres out, Michael Long always goes for the chip pass. A good mark by Paul Van der Haar. A lot of pressure there from Michael Christian.
Difficult kick. Very acute angle. 25 metres out. Paul Van der Haar kicks a goal. The goal up by doesn't move. Another one of the Bombers.
Hand pass.
Madden now in the ruck. Salmon gone to centre half forward. It's 28-1. Anderson winning the duel with Mullane early. Harvey and Gaffer. Missed by Gaffer. Harvey's got him. Gaffer gets rid of him though. And then sets it up to Francis at centre wing. A late inclusion for Starcevic, Francis. Russell running for him. Finds him. But he dropped no pay. Thought he might have dropped his second mark today. Short to McGuan. This has been Collingwood style. This is where they got into trouble against Footscray. Lots of possessions, but not a lot of penetration. They are into the wind, though. Manson on a long leg. Oh, Walsh too easily against Manson then. Izzard round his body. Thompson in the front spot. Buick misses it. Francis. Handball to Shaw. Half volleys it to Barwick. Back to Shaw. Can the captain give it to somebody? Too far for Blakos. And I wonder if Barwick should have had the kick. Danaher caught. Run down by Barwick, who's given them a bit of sparkle. O'Donnell to some space. Kerrison and Antrobus. A couple of fiery customers. Antrobus very strong as always on the body. And Mullane just lets him know where he is.
And I think Peter Dacos, Bertie's got to man up a lot better on O'Donnell.
O'Donnell running far too easily out of defence.
Half forward for Collingwood. Monkhorst gets it to ground, but Buick with pace and skill. The quick kick finds Anderson on top of Mullane. Oh, it's fumbled by Johnston. Oh, was that deliberate?
Yes.
I think it was by Kelly. And it's a free kick coming back to Johnston.
Not much doubt about that, Pete.
Kelly races back to the full-back line. Hand pass over the top to Buick. He's got tons of pace. He kicks to the pocket. No one there for Essendon. And the ball will beat all the players over the line deep in that forward pocket. The scoreboard showing the Bombers. 4-4-28. Collingwood one behind.
Yeah, that is a worry in Collingwood's forward line. Peter Dacos not really picking up Gary O'Donnell, who's providing plenty of run out of that Essendon back line.
Here's a worry too. Salmon much too tall for Kelly. Kelly got away with it. McGuan takes a chance. Kicks it to Monkhorst. Lace out. That was a good kick. Now provides the run. Monkhorst misses it. Turner, who's had some kicks. This is number 6 to half forward. Brown, who's been well held. Izzard. Good balance. Safety of the line. No free kick that time.
And that's exactly the same as that previous incident. Izzard went straight for the boundary line. There's no doubt his intention, and that should have been a free kick to Collingwood.
I guess the difference, Bernie, he was 20 metres away and Kelly was within a couple. Madden gives away a free kick to Monkhorst. At centre wing. Bernie, they really need one into the breeze, Collingwood.
Yes, to be very handy at this stage, Bruce. They've had a couple of chances and wasted them up on the forward line.
4 minutes remaining. Centre half forward to kick, and nobody there. Terry Danaher.
He's killing them.
That's bad play by the forwards, though, Pete. You must have someone competing, at least get in front. If they can't mark it, it will be knocked to the ground. The little men then have a chance.
Agree with that, Bernie, and Lee Matthews would not like that. Oh, it's thumped the ground. Who'll be there? Tony Shaw, as usual, into the backs. Here's Paul Hamilton. Oh, well done by Hamilton. Cleverly done to Mark Thompson. Danger again for Collingwood. The ball comes forward. Werner at the back. It's all Essendon. Oh, good tap down low. Allows Jamie Turner to receive and go wide. Another poor pass home. Gafer with a chance, but he's got pace against him. Michael Long, tremendous pace, but Gafer with sheer determination. Terrific play, Michael Gafer. Gets it to Shaw. Half forward is Krasiska, and he takes a good strong mark.
Against Grenfold. Quick handball, but the pressure on again, McGuan. Now Krasiska. He had Barwick short. He goes to the goal front. Dacos back there with Manson, and a chest mark for Manson. It fell in there in the end.
Without any pressure from Essendon, Bruce, too. That was a bad sign. Kevin Walsh and Gary O'Donnell, they may have held up in the breeze, which could have thrown the Essendon defenders off their game a little bit, but far too easy for James Manson.
He's kicked 26 goals this year. Not the most reliable kick. From 30 metres, crouches over it and makes a meal of it. Out of bounds on the full, and the Woods really wanted that one.
Well, I don't think I would have backed him, but very difficult into that wind. But James, not the greatest kick in the world, as you said, would have been a handy one. But Izzard to the half-back line. Manson, 2 bites of it, loses it to Long. Long goes across the ground, finds Anderson. He's on top of Mullane at the moment, Anderson. And a lot of people thought that Mullane might be a little bit too tough and strong for Anderson, but he's certainly not looking Essendon down. There was Antrobus appealing for a free kick. Kerrison with strength takes it away with a hand pass to Christian. They're on half-back Collingwood. They're trying to run it. McGuan's trying his heart out. All dangerous. Gafer. Good play the Magpies to Jamie Turner. Dacos and O'Donnell. O'Donnell thumping the ball to ground, but the Magpies swoop in after it. Barwick on the left foot, hooks it back. Manson's got 2 to beat. And Manson beats 2. Great mark, James Manson, and he might make amends, and the Collingwood supporters are wrapped.
It was a good mark by James Manson. Again, strength and in front. That's the key to that mark, because the ball is dropping short. The players in front have the advantage.
Now, Bernie, the big question, would you back him?
Well, no.
He looks a bit nervous, James. I think he'll get this one.
He's a little bit closer this time, Pete.
Well, 25 metres. Collingwood need it. James Manson, it's a high floater. He's hooked it slightly. A point. Oh, another bad miss. He hangs his head. He kicked it too high. And unperturbed Lee Matthews never shows a lot of emotion, Lee. He's been through many big occasions himself.
O'Donnell to bring it back in. You can see the distance here with the wind. Cransberg with a fingertipper. A sweeping handball. Hamilton. Drop punt. It sits nicely for Harvey. The handball a bit quick for Antrobus. Antrobus in trouble. Mullane. Still Mullane. The raging ball. Can't get clear. A good tackle though. Not happy Mullane.
Good decision by the umpire.
Yes, Pete, no doubt.
Harvey off for Essendon and Spawn on. Repeating, Tim Watson off with a very badly injured left ankle. Thompson's handball. Turner, who's been a good defender. McGuan to right. The signs are there that Collingwood are getting something moving here. Krasiska, we're in the last 20 seconds of the first quarter, so a goal looks improbable. Or Hamilton given a shove by Brown, and a free kick to the Bombers. And Brown's really been out of sorts in this first quarter.
Well, all their good players are being held. Dacos has been kickless, and Gavin Brown is struggling also.
Hamilton's kicked, the siren about to sound, and it does now. And at quarter time, it's Essendon 4-4-28, leading Collingwood 2 behinds. 28 to Collingwood 2. It's 4-4 to 2 points. Essendon kicking to the scoring end left of screen. Tim Watson, who took a mark in the centre, twisted his left ankle very badly and looks as if he'll take no further part in the match. So a big blow there to Essendon, and we've got a sensational line-up.
Especially in that early part of the quarter, they were far too loose. The forward setup was a problem because they were just blazing away, no options up there, and give the first option. Stop hanging onto the ball, he cried.
Thanks, Michael. Let's have a look at the stats. And the kicks, Essendon 55 to 48. Collingwood quite a few more handballs, 37 to 26. So not a lot of difference in possessions. So Collingwood to the left and Essendon to the right of screen. The Bombers down to almost 18 men because Watson won't play and Harvey's got a problem, as Michael Roberts told us. Right to Turner, who was the big kick getter in the first quarter for Collingwood. Gets away with it. Awkward looking kick to half forward. Cransberg did pretty well. Francis to Russell, who was a bit fumbly early. Not a good kick, misses Dacos. O'Donnell Dacos. Still O'Donnell, or too easy in the end. Johnston, right with him. Runs him off it cleverly, and it'll be a throw-in.
Some poor disposal by Collingwood, Pete, at the moment, isn't there? By the centre-line players, especially Russell there. Tony Shaw's messed up a couple of short passes.
And in that first quarter too, particularly into the breeze, here's Cransberg running over the line, and he didn't make a great attempt to keep it in. But umpire giving Peter Cransberg the benefit of the doubt. He's been in bed all week with the flu, and a good effort to be playing today, Cransberg. Madden tries to tap it to ground. Tapped on by Barwick. It's all Essendon though, as Izzard Kesley goes to the line. And the Collingwood masses in chorus roar for a free kick then. The umpire having none of that. Here's Terry Danaher. Now some shepherding went on in that ruck duel against Monkhorst. And Madden said that happened a couple of times in the first quarter. Simon Madden at half-back. Very vital quarter of football this for Collingwood. If they waste it with the breeze, it could be curtains. By half-time, they really have to score a couple of quick goals. Here's Van der Haar flying from behind. He is still a very good player, the Flying Dutchman. He goes out to Johnston, tried to do a little bit too much. On to Buick, on to Long. Over the top is Werner. Werner trying to get onto the left foot. He goes for hand pass to a man who's covered. That's Paul Van der Haar. Kicks, trying to sock it off the ground was Graham Wright. The tackle was put on by Mark Thompson. Players charging after it. Thompson gets there first. He finds Anderson. Anderson still with the football. Hooks it back. Tony Shaw's in trouble behind the play. Here's Antrobus. Oh, he's flattened. In after it is Kerrison. Pushed up it by Salmon was good play. Salmon back to Antrobus. Antrobus has played for free kicks and he's got this one. He's played for about 10 free kicks so far, and that's the first one he's got.
Well, there's Tony Shaw in trouble behind play.
Tony Shaw, and that would be rotten luck for Collingwood. But then again, Essendon have 2 men injured, and one is their captain, Tim Watson. Let's have a look at the replay of Antrobus. Oh, not much in that. He went to ground.
He never really took possession of it though, Pete.
No, but
he played for it. He played well.
You paid the free, Bernie, would you?
Yes, I think the free kick was there. Tony
Antrobus from where James Manson missed his shots from. This is a better looking kick by Antrobus. Right through the middle.
34-2, and the Bombers have scored into the win. Something Collingwood couldn't do, and it hasn't taken them very long. Kerrison made a bad mistake back there. And Krasiska all too slow. It's been a bit slow motion, Collingwood, compared with Essendon. It's been the difference, the quick hands. Monkhorst free kick. Now who can he kick it to? Lays it up to fall forward. Brown in the front spot. Hamilton wears him like a glove. McGuan looking for Dacos or something, and he's going to get a free kick. But he handballed it away and played for it and got it.
Very similar to Antrobus, I think, that one.
Yes, I think this is a very lucky free kick. He threw himself to ground. No free kick there, Bruce.
I thought both of them were doubtful, actually, Bernie.
Well, I thought Kerrison's was a little bit high on Antrobus, but he threw that one away and then launched himself forward. Yeah, no free kick there.
Tripped himself up.
Well, it's an important kick all the same. He must go here from 35 metres, McGuan, and he has pushed it a little and missed. So Collingwood, it's not their day so far. It's 5-4 to 3 points.
And as the minutes tick down, it makes it more and more difficult. When you've got the win, you've got to get 2 or 3 quick ones at the start of the quarter just to get your momentum up. Here's Mark Thompson. It's a very good back line, this Essendon one. O'Donnell, Thompson, Hamilton, Walsh. Here's Van der Haar. He is an amazing player for his age. He and Danaher, they just keep going. Van der Haar, dangerous one. Terry Danaher in front, punched by Buick. Danaher in again after he's got a big hut, throws the ball away. Holding the ball, it was a good tackle by Michael Christian, and he'll take the free kick on centre wing.
Great tackle, wasn't it? He grabbed Danaher's arm and he could do nothing else but throw it away.
Short to Turner. Turner to centre half forward. Manson the target. Looks for a free kick, not paid. McGuan caught, and it'll be a ball up. 10 kicks for Turner. Izard and McGuan. 2 of the big kick getters for their respective teams, and you just get the feeling that Collingwood have got to make something out of these early attacks. Monkhurst, Francis got rid of it in a hurry. Walsh's kick smothered by Russell. McGuan, left foot, high one. Brown from the back. Well done, Danaher. And safety of the boundary line. Essendon holding up pretty well.
There's vital few minutes coming up for Collingwood. They must score goals, or Essendon have a big lead at half-time. It'll be very difficult. Let's see. Madden against Monkhorst. Here's a chance for McGuan. Grabbed by Cransberg. He might be playing an extra man in defence, I think, Essendon. Tapped down by Gafer was good football. Here's Gavin Krasiska from 35 metres firing at goal, and he's missed. Oh, bad miss, because on the run from dead in front. 4 points, Collingwood. Essendon lead by 5 goals. They're on 5-4. O'Donnell played a great game on Dacos. I think he's still kickless.
Also Gavin Brown's kickless too, Pete.
He is, both of them.
O'Donnell's kick got some distance. Free kick to the Bombers against Monkhurst and Madden. So things just going for Essendon. They're making it happen, but it surely is. Madden off one leg, looks for Van der Haar or Werner, take your pick. They shove one another out of the road in the end. Grenvold, Antrobus, Johnston caught by Kerrison. Werner, still Werner. Antrobus busy, long. Buick, he's a good kick, Buick. He's a long way out though. Just chips it beautifully. Wonderful football by Buick. He looked, he saw Salmon, and he hit him on the chest.
And Buick just about to be dragged down by Gavin Krasiska, and that's pinpoint accuracy.
What an advantage, a guy like Salmon with that height, Bruce, with tremendous general football skills for such a big man.
Well, the big fish from about 15 or 20 metres out, and this will be a nail in the coffin very early for Collingwood if they can kick 2 into the win in the first 6 or 7 minutes. Salmon, drop punt, and he's happy about it.
A very worried looking Lee Matthews. 6 goals the margin, and Collingwood not playing well. That was Turner off the ground. Anderson has been well on top of Mullane. Here's Grenvold. They're determined and tough, Essendon. Antrobus took his eyes off it, allowed Kerrison to go with a hand pass. Madden in his 30s, but still a great player. That's Anderson shifting it out for Cransberg, playing in defence and doing a good job, and he fumbles it as it goes to the line. Mullane helps him over the line. It's on centre wing. It has been all Essendon. They've looked too quick, and their foot passing round the ground far superior to Collingwood's at the moment. Here's Anderson playing a great game. Onto the left foot, hooks it back to half forward. Mick Gafer trying his heart out, gets in a hand pass. A touch of the fumbles was Francis.
Great tackle.
Antrobus too high.
Oh, he ducked surely.
Well, he did duck into it, and Francis grabbed him round the neck.
Antrobus from centre wing, chips a short one to Anderson. Mullane does well that time, but he has been well beaten so far. Trips Antrobus, gets away with it. Manson falls over. Now Russell gives a dummy. Handball to Francis. Now he should attack. He should go for goal. Sets himself up. This has got to go through, and it does. Right through the middle. And didn't the Maggies need that one? 6-4 to 1-4.
Yes, they certainly did, Bruce. And it's taken them until the 10-minute mark of the second quarter to register their first goal, the Collingwood side. And they must do a lot more of this running the ball into the forward line. They've been blazing away. kicking long. It's a very difficult day for forwards. They must get their running players moving and getting the shots from about 40, 45 metres out, which they haven't been doing until then.
Badly needed goal to the Magpies through Tony Francis, but again Essendon get it out through Buick. Van der Haar and Kelly. Van der Haar at the back uses his body, kicked away by Kerrison. Mullane leads in the race for the ball. He's got it. Is this the start of a Magpie comeback as Mullane brings it to the half-forward line? Izzard, a brilliant mark, up high and hugged it to his chest.
He's a great player, Izzard, to Johnston at centre wing with some penetration, looking for Salmon. Turner. Shaw, Gayfer, but it's all slow motion. Gayfer's kick a wobbly one. Manson, but Izzard easily. Again, poor disposal, and the problem was Van der Haar behind players down. The tape is okay. Free kick to Collingwood. I was about to say the problem is that the handballs were so slow then that in the end Gayfer was under pressure. Van der Haar limps away.
Shane Morwood to half forward. They need a couple more quick ones. Collingwood. Mark Thompson. Johnston. A quick hand pass. Monkhorst is there for Collingwood. Izzard gets it out to Cransberg. Was good football. Cransberg to the half forward line. Which way will it bounce? It's Morwood. Well done, Shane Morwood. Jamie Turner picking up a number of possessions to half forward. Danaher, though, he's been through many, many big games and played well, and he's playing well again.
Sweeping handball to Izzard, who's playing loose in defence. Misses Madden, they're going a bit short. Anderson continuing to get kicks on the wing. Spawn, well done Gayfer. Buick, this will be interesting. Buick versus Barwick, and they didn't give an inch. Right, no free kick, thought it would have been there. Barwick caught by Spawn. Russell quickly to Shaw. Shaw goes for goal. Brown with Hamilton. A rolling ball, and it'll be a throw in the pocket.
Well, that was better play by Collingwood, Bruce, but again, that kick from Tony Shaw really just blazed away, hoping for something to happen in that forward line.
Paul Van der Haar not too fit up there at full forward. There's Manson trying to grab it out of that ruck duel. Hamilton heads for the line. Izzard playing well. He's cops it from all directions, and a good decision by the umpire. As you see, a good close-up shot of Alan Izzard. He knew he was collared red hot then. It's deep in that forward pocket. Collingwood needs something badly. Certainly playing a little bit better, but they still trail by 5. There's Monkhorst beaten for that one, and eventually it's forced to the line as the time clock shows 14 minutes of play left in the second quarter here. Huge crowd, capacity crowd. Terry Keys and Ronnie McEwen warming up. Monkhorst to do the ruck work.
Madden at the back. Thompson caught, great tackle, and gone. Holding the ball. Brown will get his first kick.
It's great tackle there by Gavin Brown. Thompson had that arm pinned by Gavin Brown there and just could not get a hand pass away.
Well, he was under an injury cloud all week. Hamstring, missed the last couple, didn't play in the earlier match against Essendon, but has been in brilliant form this year. And Collingwood really need this one. He's kicked 24 goals in 10 matches this year, and from 35 metres out he should goal, and it's straight through.
4 goals the margin, so a player has encroached into the centre square area. No one knows which way it's going. It's going Essendon's way. So someone has stepped over the line. Paul Salmon to take it. Now he's going short, or little chip pass, and he's found Cransberg. Essendon are fiddling around a little bit into the breeze instead of going long. Peter Cransberg, that's a better kick. A 50-metre kick to half forward. Madden in front, thumped the ground. Anderson has beaten Mullane. Anderson to half forward. The mark is dropped. And the umpire must have paid the free kick. He couldn't have paid the mark to Jamie Turner. And Turner doing all right. Goes short. Scott Russell. Big game for such a young player. Recruited from South Australia. Russell to the centre of the ground. Madden as the flyer. He's got backup support. This is Paul Hamilton. Out to Antrobus. Antrobus waits underneath it. Oh, he's had a touch of the fumbles today, Antrobus, but he took it at half forward.
Madden leading into the pocket. Johnston short for him if he wants him. Now goes to Werner. Takes a while to get there. Couple of Collingwood players descend on it. Morwood. Shaw. Who's just like his name under pressure. Mullane, better than. Left foot. Dacos, half volley, Barwick, still Barwick, and he can kick a goal from here. Look at that one. That's a beauty. Wonderful football. 3-4 to 6-4, and suddenly this stadium is alight.
Well, that's a team-lifting goal if you've ever seen one. Tremendous play there by Doug Barwick. Peter Dacos, his first touch for the game. Dougie Barwick run around a couple of Essendon players. The goal umpire didn't have to move. A magnificent shot for goal on the run.
The Magpies coming back. They now only trail by 3. Mark Thompson to Hamilton to Clansburg. He kicks long out to Simon Madden. He's against Christian. He falls over. Grabbed by Christian. Collingwood have really picked up their game. A lovely pass. Finds McGuan. Under Morwood. Tony Shaw. And they've got loose men everywhere, Collingwood. Good mark, Gavin Brown. He spins around and kicks long to the forward line. Pressure on Essendon. Over the back, Walsh and O'Donnell. Walsh will get there first. He's got backup support. This is Grenbold onto the left-footed. Dangerous pass. It comes off, though, because it was a good mark taken by Anderson, who's playing a great game.
Light rain falling at Waverley, but Collingwood making a little charge here within 3. Anderson having a brilliant match. One-hander by Salmon, not paid. Cransburg. Morwood. Still Morwood keeps it in. Now out of bounds, offshore, or Mullane, I should say. So a throw-in on centre wing. Mullane, who's been well beaten so far. 4 kicks, 2 handballs. Anderson's had 11 kicks, 2 handballs. Change coming up. Harvey back on as Cransburg puts the Bombers into attack. Madden with a fingertipper. Just too tall there for Christian. Buick running for him, and he finds him, and he normally kicks these Buick in the pocket, left foot, misses. It was going to be tough into the breeze.
Free kick.
Well, a free kick for Buick. Put under tremendous pressure there. He made the running for Madden, but he just couldn't break clear of the Collingwood opponent, and he was always on his left foot and under pressure. But he's a real sharp shooter. So there's Buick and Christian coming in late.
Christian right in the middle of the back, Bruce. It's still a right foot.
Goes short. Doesn't get away with it. McGuan to Russell, and Collingwood are away.
The kick to centre wing. Izard. Oh, could have been a free kick to Izard, I feel. Play on the umpire call. The pace of Izard, but he's brought down from behind. Players desperately after it. Vanderhaar charges in. Tapped on by Mullane. Grabbed by Long. Well smothered. Kicked off by Harvey. Cransburg is there against Kerrison. Kerrison the quick kick out wide. Favours Anderson. Mullane comes after him. Anderson cleverly hooks it back in front. Spawn waits at the back. An ordinary effort by Spawn to go for that ball.
Well, he attempted to spoil in the end, but Jamie Turner taking the chest mark far too easily.
Jamie wanted it far more as the kick comes out to Scott Russell, who marks at half-back.
Turner's had 13 kicks. He's stood firm under pressure today. Russell with a long one, using the wind. Hamilton and Brown. Oh, Hamilton just shrugs Brown off much too easily and gets rid of Francis as well. Gives Danaher a chance. It's still in play. Anderson, who got rid of that one in a hurry. Krasiska from centre wing. The big fish Salmon underneath it. Pressure from the back. Almost a half volley by Wright. Brown gets in his road in the end. Brown looked for a free kick. Monkhurst, well done. Dacos, still Dacos. McGuan, he should kick a goal. Left foot and he's missed. Well, it was set there. Dacos had set it up. 6-4 to 3-5.
He could have got the hand pass over to Doug Barwick by himself.
Kevin Walsh. Centre half back today. Brings it, oh, well kicked out too to Danaher. He's strong overhead now. It could almost have been 50 against Mullane.
Early in the season it would have been.
I think this is the first time for the year Darren Mullane's had his colours lowered out in that wing, because Anderson is having a real big game. He's gone short to Cransburg, who's looming around that half-back area. Oh, an ordinary kick by Cransburg. Scott Russell, the short one is on. Yes, Manson That was bad play by Queensberg and Bernie. Essendon playing far too short into the breeze.
Well, that's the way actually to play the breeze, though, Pete. You must run the ball up with hand pass. Sometimes it will come unstuck. It is a possession game, this football. It's no use blazing away.
Well, can James Manson kick a goal from 20 metres? That awkward kicking style. The goal umpire goes across and says what? James Manson has missed. So 3 bad misses today by Manson. Lee Matthews looks a little perturbed. Ron Richards, former Collingwood star, brother of Lou, of course, in the front. And this is Gary O'Donnell, who's played a marvellous game on Peter Dacos.
Angelus off, Werner back on. Right against Danaher. Splendid spoil at the back. Just 16 points in this big game. 6-4, 3-6. Remembering that Essendon led 6-4 to 4 points at one stage. So Collingwood's kicked the last 3 goals, 2 of the game. McGuan, well done. To Francis with pace and power. And what a good kick by Francis. It would have gone through, but Buick was quick enough to get back, and he chips it over to Hamilton, and now the Bombers are away.
They're off and running. Hamilton kicks wide. Spawn marks in front of Gayfer. This is where they should be kicking long now, Essendon. That's a better kick to the half-forward line. Madden is a flyer. Couldn't take the mark. The Magpies in hard after it. There's Harvey grabbed when he didn't have it. Gayfer, good play to Mullane. Mullane to Shane Moore with the Magpies are going. Oh, but a bad hand pass allows Johnston to hook it back on the left foot. He's looking for Harvey. He's set up by Wright. But look at the courage of Harvey as he sets himself and takes it.
From the centre square, sweeps it to Danaher. Danaher to Werner. It sits, and he will attack the goal. One bounce, drop punch, strong kick, cross the face though. Madden gets back, touches it. No, out of bounds on the full. It'll have to go back, Kerrison. Collingwood can't allow Essendon to go here. It's vital that they hold them. We've got 6 minutes to go, and Essendon lead by 16 points. Monkhurst the target with Salmon. Morwood. Buick misses one. Francis tucks it into his shoulder. Then finds some space. Kicks it to centre wing. Brown the target, and a splendid mark in the front against Hamilton. Looking for some options. Quick left foot, Barwick the target. Going off early, Grenfold. Or Dacos brilliantly to Barwick. And Dougie should go. Left foot he doesn't. That was very poor football, Barwick. He panicked.
Yeah, you're probably right, Bruce. He had more time to steady and probably even had time to get onto his right foot. Rushed that kick on the left foot and dragged it across his body.
What about Dacos' footy there? He really set it up.
Oh, he is clever. There's Manson. Oh, cop one across the head then. Oh, that's a free kick to Essendon. Too high to Grenfold, and they're hanging in there, the Bombers.
Terry Keys on and Mick McGuan off too, Pete.
6-4 plays 3-6 there. Just hanging on. They're trying to get that time clock to tick down. Danaher has been fantastic. How many marks is that, Bruce?
Well,
Terry
he's...
Danaher.
5 marks, Danaher.
5 marks. Izard at half-back. Alan Izard, experienced. He's slowing it down, letting the time clock tick down to centre wing. Over the back was Werner. Comes off the hands of Paul van der Haar and over the line. Good fight back by Collingwood. They're trying their hearts out. They just haven't been able to capitalise up forward. A very strong Essendon defence, of course. One of the best in the competition. Van der Haar at the back against Kelly. Grabbed by Keys. Didn't take him long to get a kick. To half forward. The bounce of the ball over the back. It's Salmon, tries to get in a hand pass. Here's danger. Scott Russell over to Monkhorst. Monkhorst hooks it back in front of goal. Is there anyone there for the Magpies? Yes, there is. Gavin Krasiska. Gavin Brown caught, loses it, grabs it again on the left foot. Brown across the face, and bad luck to the Magpies. He's put it out of bounds on the full.
They've had their chances, Peter, haven't they?
They certainly have, and they're just like one class forward up there to really take over.
Yeah, they haven't got any idea on the forward line at the moment. They're just panicking a little bit when they get the ball into that forward line. A lot of hurried kicks at goal.
Unfortunately, Bernie, the wrong man's been getting the footy at the wrong time, like Monkhurst and Manson. They haven't been able to kick goals. Salmon juggled it for ages. Then Morwood to the goal square. Here's a chance. Manson left foot, and he puts it through.
10 points the margin. Another goal to Collingwood would be very, very handy. Kelly to the half-forward line. Danaher and Krasiska, and a mark to Krasiska. Good mark. The Magpies full of running. Gavin Krasiska to Dacos. Punched away by O'Donnell. Thumped down by Scott Russell. A loose ball comes to Keys. He raffles it with Tony Shaw. They got in each other's way then, and the umpire will come in and bounce. The time clock showing 2 minutes and 55 seconds of play left in the second quarter.
O'Donnell's done a splendid job on Dacos. Dacos some clever things in this quarter without kicking one himself. Salmon easily. Russell getting some touches. Oh, well done by Thompson, but the tackle was a beauty. It's called play on. Buick off the ground sideways cleverly to Cransberg. No one to kick it to. Has to hold it up and then kicks towards the boundary line, and that was very clever.
That'd get a great roar if he was playing rugby league for that kick.
To touch, and he found it. 10 points in it. The Maggies were 6 goals down at one stage. Keys, caught. Kelly, Mullane, well beaten, but gets his kick away. Salmon and Monkhurst, now Danaher. It's been terrific, Danaher. Harvey, he's got a calf problem, as Michael Roberts told us. To centre wing, Werner, good mark. Kept his eye on it. Van der Haar and Kelly were battling one another, and Werner came out with it. Kick towards Spawn. Gaffer. Mullane. Poor kick. Danger. Christian waits cleverly in the end. Takes a couple on and is in trouble. And will they make him pay for it? Will Thompson kick the goal just before half-time? He does. He drills it through. It's 7-4 to 4-6.
A couple of bad errors there by Collingwood. Firstly, Mullane's kick, the left foot off the side of the boot. And Michael Christian, he waited for it in the first instance. It was dangerous play, then tried to run away from the Essendon forwards. A good tackle there by Simon Madden. And I think Lee Matthews would be pulling his hair out after that. Really passage of football. It was just disgraceful play by Collingwood.
Saw a shot of Mark Thompson, then the goal kicker was good handball too by David Johnston. There's Long, Cransberg playing well. To half forward, the players duck back. Oh, good play, over to Van der Haar. That was from Harvey Van der Haar. Oh, will it sit for Buick? Yes, it does. Darren Buick wheels round on the left foot and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Oh, what a bad miss. He could have run straight out, opened up the goals and hooked it in. He panicked, and a bad miss.
I think the Bomber supporters were supporting what you were saying, Pete. Another short one to Turner. He's crunched. He must take a free kick. 14th kick coming up for Turner. Time ticking away, and what a body blow that goal by Thompson. Salmon takes the mark. 35 seconds remaining. Can the Bombers get another one before half-time? It would give them an enormous advantage. With the breeze in the third quarter, Salmon taking his time. They need a mark here, Essendon. Buick at the back, but Shaw in front. And the Collingwood captain saves the day. Short to Monkhurst. Monkhurst looks for somebody. Keys. Long's got him. Keys has to panic in the end to Wright. Still Long and Wright. Wright with it. And he does all right. Buick, siren sounds. So at half-time, it's Essendon 7-4-46. Lee Collingwood 4-6-30. So Lee Matthews would not be happy. Tony Shaw's led from the front today, but Collingwood shell-shocked early when Essendon got away to a 6-goal lead, and at half-time it's the Bombers by 16 points. It's 7-4 to 4-6. Welcome back to Waverley. At half-time, Essendon by 16 points. They lead 7-4 to Collingwood 4-6.
Today's match is part of the CUB AFL 1990 Premiership season.
So the Bombers doing very well in that second quarter, kicking 3 goals into the win. Collingwood kicking 4-4 with the breeze. Bernie Quinlan and Peter McKenna. Not a lot in it, but that goal by Thompson just before half-time, a vital one for Essendon.
Well, a very handy one, that Bruce, and I think they're not far away. Collingwood, Essendon probably look Bernie a little bit cleaner up forward, and the big surprise is the Essendon centre line really well on top of Collingwood.
There's been so many wasted opportunities opportunities by Collingwood when they've had the ball in the forward line. Manson's missed a couple of shots at goal. Doug Barwick on the left foot. Their field kicking hasn't been all that good either, and Mullane has been down. Anderson's had about 15 possessions compared to 6 possessions with Mullane. Also Michael Long on the wing, and really they've been a lot cleaner with the work they've done, haven't they, Essendon? Taking the ball into the forward line. Salmon's done well, and it's really been their smaller players that have done the damage.
They looked an absolute whitewash during that first quarter when it was all Essendon. They were tough. They looked quicker than Collingwood. A few of the Collingwood players were overawed. If we have a look at the match stats now, nothing much in the kicks, and that's not surprising. But look at the handballs. Collingwood, a lot of those handballs are under pressure. I think you'd agree, Bernie, and Essendon with a great marking power.
And also a lot of those handballs have been to stationary targets, Pete.
That's right.
And the last player on the chain of the handballs has had to kick quickly and kick to no one.
Interesting, the tackles. Collingwood 18 tackles, so they're very, very committed to Essendon 7, and the hit-outs, well, Madden and Salmon. Well, Monkhorst, a very big job for Damien Monkhorst. He's actually competed very, very well against the two big men of Essendon.
Well, they say every picture tells a story. It is absolutely teeming at Waverley, and the hail has come down and the wind is really blowing up. Collingwood has been struggling from half forward on Bernie Quinlan. They really haven't gone in with much method.
Yes, Bruce, even though Peter McKenna has been calling for both sides to dig long into the forward line, I sort of tend to go the other way. I think in these very difficult conditions, it's very difficult to take the high mark today. We haven't seen much high marking from the taller players. I believe when the ball gets around here, Collingwood have run the ball very well down to around about that area, but they have kicked long without much thought to this area here in front of goal, where they just haven't got the manpower to take the big mark. When they have done well, they've run the ball down to around about this area here. Tony Francis strolled in and kicked a very easy goal. They must try to do this without blazing away from about 60-65 metres out.
Thanks for that, Bernie. Michael Roberts is down on the ground. Michael, I hope you're keeping dry because it's coming down in buckets.
I'm trying to, Bruce, and as we said before the game, thunderstorms and hail, and as you said, we've had it. We've had the lot, but as expected, both coaches are treating this like a grand final. They shut up shop at half-time. Just an update on the injuries. Paul Vanderhaar limped off in a lot of pain. It'll be interesting to see whether he takes the field in the third quarter. And Tim Watson has his boot back on. He's heavily strapped. The ankle is a problem, but he was warming up and down the race. He says he's okay, but the doctor seems to think the other way. But it'll be interesting to see whether he takes the field as well.
Thanks for that, Michael. Back for the second half of this game at Waverley after this message.
This is a modern car, and you could win one.
Welcome back to Waverley. Alan Izzard's had a good first half.
Yes, and the beauty of Alan Izzard is he is so quick and takes a big mark for a little man. 9 kicks and 2 handballs. A good first half of football by Alan.
Jamie Turner, the best Collingwood player. Very steady, 8 and 6, 14 and 5, 19 possessions in that first half, by far Collingwood's best player.
Greg Anderson has had a sensational year and he is continuing on today. Look at that, 6 and 7 for 13 kicks, 2 handballs. He's been on top of Darren Mullane.
Well on top, Pete, hasn't he? Darren Mullane, 9 possessions. I thought he came back a little bit towards the end of that second quarter, but that terrible kick across his body off the side of his boot really set Essendon up for an easy goal.
Amazing mobility for such a big man, Paul Salmon. 7 and 3, but he's taken 5 marks. A particularly good first quarter by Salmon.
And Tony Shaw has been busy without being brilliant. Probably a lot of his kicking has gone astray today, but still 13 possessions.
So there's some of the stats. There's Tony Shaw. Rain continuing to tumble down at Waverley. What an important third quarter this is. And Bernie Quinlan will be looking for any moves from the coaches. It's 7-4 to 4-6. There's Tim Watson, who must be really frustrated not being there.
It looks like Doug Barwick's at full forward too, Bruce. Gavin Brown being moved further up the field.
So start of the second half, this monster game at Waverley, 46 to 30. Collingwood kicking to the right into the breeze. Thompson with a long end, strong torpedo punt. Madden, did he give a free kick away? Not paid. Christian, remembering it has been pouring at half time, so it's going to make a big difference here. Going to be very, very hard to take control of the footy.
The other big move, Bruce, Peter Dacos is playing as a loose man across the Collingwood half-back line.
Well, he had no kicks and 1 handball in the first half. So Collingwood and Lee Matthews particularly will be hoping he can get to the footy in this half.
And Gavin Brown playing across the half-forward line on Terry Denham.
Well, that's a good move by Collingwood. Had to get Brown up towards the play a bit. Christian against Madden. Socket off the ground by Tony Antrobus. Grabbed by Hamilton. He's been a good player over to Long. Oh, look at that acceleration by Michael Long. He kicks to the forward line. Morwood goes back and takes a very safe mark in defence. He's a cool customer, Shane Morwood. He kicks out to Mullane. Mullane's got 2 to beat. He punches it away to Kerrison though. And Gary O'Donnell is there. Offensively, it's tapped to the line and over. Very difficult conditions for the players. Now, what's happening here? A bit of a push and a shoving match.
Antrobus and Mullane.
And interesting, the field umpire told the boundary umpire, forget about that and just throw it in. Now, there's Madden tapping it back. Scott Russell brought to ground. Kelly's in after it, and you can see the players not being able to pick it up. Now, this could actually suit Collingwood because they're kicking under wet conditions, Essendon, with the breeze. If it happens to stop and Collingwood come home with a drier ground, it's a big advantage.
Antrobus and Thompson run into one another. Antrobus cleverly, but the kick under pressure and off the side of the boot. And it'll be Morwood or Dacos, take your pick. So the rain's still very heavy. Packed house at Waverley, sold out. Live television right around Australia. Dacos to Morwood. Collingwood trying to set something up, but he really hasn't got anyone to kick it to. Right and long, as it's hailing down at the moment. Right did pretty well. And these conditions almost impossible now.
And it'll be freezing out there for the players too, Bruce. Probably the worst conditions you could be playing in.
Well, it was bright and sunny yesterday in Melbourne. Today, hailstorm at half-time and continuing into the third quarter. Goals are going to be like diamonds in this term. Missed by O'Donnell, but we'll see a lot of that. Still O'Donnell on the left foot, getting some distance. Buick off the ground. Buick, look at this one go through for goal.
Australia's own.
Very handy one to the Bombers under those wet conditions. 52 plays 30, and it was a great play by Gary O'Donnell too. That quick kick to the forward line. Salmon doing well at the centre bounces. Long has been terrific on Graham Wright. Turner shuffles it out to Mick Gayfer. Gayfer a hand pass to Graham Wright. He can't trap it. Back it comes to Gayfer and in fact goes over the line. Well, that's a great clash by 2 young champions on the wing. Michael Long and Graham Wright. Peter Dacos, we saw a shot of him a moment ago. He hasn't had a good day. Gary O'Donnell really is one of the best stoppers in the game. Here's danger again. This is Kieran Spawn to the half-forward line, taken by Mullane. They need their good players firing, Collingwood. Mullane, centre of the ground. Gavin Brown slips over the back is Anderson. Great game by him. Onto the left foot, hooks it back. He's got loose men at half-forward. This is Tony Antrobus. Can't take the mark, goes and gets it again, the South Australian. A clever little chip kick. Finds Werner. He couldn't mark it. Grabbed by Cransberg. Holding the man decision. The ball will come back, and I think it'll be 50 metres against Cransberg, who had put the ball through for a goal.
Werner had no reason to grab onto Shane Morwood there either, because Cransberg was well clear. Morwood had lost his footing, and it's cost Essendon a goal.
And 50 metres, that ball will come up to the wing, and the rain a little bit lighter. And as I said earlier, if it stops and Collingwood comes home, they're still in this game.
Well, the wind's blown right up with the rain as well, which has given Essendon a big advantage. And they lead by 22 points. Morwood to Brown. Izzard. Francis with him. Izzard looks for a free kick. Not coming this time. And it'll be a ball up. So it's still a very good contest. These two teams have won 10 out of their last 11. And they're playing tonight for the top spot. Russell. O'Donnell goes to ground, and a bit fortunate there, and plays on. Off the side, out of bounds on the full. It'll be Gayfer to bring it back in.
That's why when you try those mongrel torpedo punts, Bernie, that's when you kick them off the side of the boot like that.
Well, you can excuse players under these conditions, Pete.
Gayfer. Oh, Anderson. Mullane just waited for it. Brown tried to get a quick kick away. O'Donnell, Francis. Still Francis, Mullane, Russell, high ball, Salmon back there, Christian, McGuan, left foot, and it's a goal.
16 points the margin. Mick McGuan brought down the ground. Peter Cransford. Back-up support from Gary O'Donnell. The quick kick to the half-forward line. Out come the Bombers. Werner shuffles it out. This is a good move with Dacos on that half-back line. Dacos right out to centre wing. It's a vital quarter, and Matthews, it's good thinking, because if they can bottle it up and come home with the breeze, they'll be right in this. The Magpies, there's Danaher to Harvey. Harvey has it taken away by Graham Wright. The Magpies come forward again, right to the half-forward line. Izzard read that beautifully and went back with the flight of the ball. He's played a top game, Alan Izzard.
Wouldn't take his eye off it. You wouldn't expect him to. What a versatile player he is. One of the smallest men in the game, and he can play at half-back. He's kicked to the centre wing. Good take by O'Donnell, and a very good handball to Spawn, who charges towards goal with a long kick. And it's through for a behind. You can see the distance they're getting there. 8-5 to 5-6. But this game very much a contest. It was 6-4 to 4 points at one stage in the second term.
And you wouldn't believe it, this ground, well, half of it anyway, bathed in sunshine as the kick comes out to Darren Mullane, and he doesn't drop those. Good, strong mark. Half-back.
Starting to play better, Pete, too, Darren Mullane.
Well, they need him. They need him firing. He's gone short, and it comes off to Tony Shaw. This ground will dry out pretty quickly. Oh, Salmon shoved out of the way. Off the ground by McGuan was terrific football. 50-metre soccer off the ground. Gavin Brown, cleverly done, Gavin Brown. Magnificent football. To the forward line. Hamilton over the back and Walsh. Walsh taps it down. Hamilton. He missed it. Barwick off the ground, soccers it towards goal. Kevin Walsh. Back up support. Barwick in after it. Was that too high? No. Barwick over the head. That would have been miraculous. Walsh has got two to beat. No markers. Walsh grabs it. McGuan in after it. Look at the pressure of the players. Good umpiring to let it go. And now umpire Peter Kerry will come in and bounce right in front of the Collingwood goal. And I reckon, Bruce, that Collingwood has really lifted a gear.
Yeah, they're a bit stiff there. Barwick was caught high and Walsh dropped the ball. They might have got 2 free kicks out of that. Manson over his shoulder. Look at this. Is it a goal? I think it is.
11 points the margin. The Magpies coming at Essendon, and here they come again. Shane Kerrison to the half-forward line. Cransberg taps it down. Danaher is there. Terry Danaher battling valiantly. He comes out of the pack and tries to punch it out. And up by Dennis Rich says it's my ball, he'll bounce. But I was looking over to the west, and that's bathed in sunshine, and that's where the rain was coming from. And if Collingwood come home on a drier ground, they will be very difficult to beat. Here's Monkhorst.
Quick kick. Brown in the front spot. Still Brown. Still Brown. Caught now. Good umpiring. It was a hard ball to control. Never took his eye off it.
He's playing better too, Bruce, since he's been moved out to the half-forward line.
Well, the difference too, Bernie, is that the Bomber defence aren't able to break away like they were in the first quarter with that rebound. McGuan. Brown, drop punt, and he has put it through. 5 points the difference. And Waverley is starting to come alive now. It's 52 to 48.
This is what the crowd came to see, a good contest between the two top sides in the competition. And that's what they're getting now in this third quarter. Collingwood playing much better. Their on-ball players. Mick McGuan, who's been magnificent all season. Gavin Brown, the move out to the half-forward line, paying dividends. And already they've kicked 3 goals for the quarter. And Gavin Brown 2 for the match.
The Magpie Army, they're chanting. They're screaming for the players. They know they're on a run, the Magpies, into the breeze. There's a new ball out on the ground. Sun shining. I think we might have a dry last quarter, and Collingwood kicking with the wind. It worried Kevin Sheedy now, as Essendon were the better side in the first half. There's no doubt about that. But they've done much better around the centre bounce area. Collingwood, there's Monkhorst telling the umpire how to bounce the ball, I think. Look at that, 5 points. Who would have thought that? With Essendon with the breeze. Gary O'Donnell taken away by Gafer. The Magpies go forward again, right out towards centre wing. Cransberg leads in the race. He'll probably take it over. He had no intention of keeping that in, Peter Cransberg. It'll be a throw-in on centre wing.
1-1 Essendon, 3 goals Collingwood in the third term. Plenty of time left, over 15 minutes. Monkhorst and Salmon. Krasiska, smothered by Cransberg. Shaw, well done. McGuan misses it. Anderson. Good take by O'Donnell. Dacos. That's his first kick. Short. Oh, gee, did he throw it away? Got away with it. Misses the body front. Gafer, I should say. Collingwood with time, though. McGuan caught. They lose it. Antropus can attack. Buick just chips it over cleverly. And Harvey goes back. Mistakes there by Collingwood. They fumbled in the centre square. Harvey from 55 metres. Buick gives him a short one. Harvey with a long torpedo. Off hands, through from behind. One straight kick the difference. 8-6 to 7-6.
14 and a half minutes of play left in this quarter, the third quarter here of Fairfield Park. Kerrison looking for Kelly. Kelly can't take the mark. Long against Wright. What a great contest by two young stars. Well done, Graham Wright. But Mark Harvey leads in the race. Beautiful football to Long. Long a quick kick to Izard. Another hurried kick to the half-forward line. Beautifully taken by Kelly. On to Francis. Loose men everywhere for the Magpies. Christian. Collingwood go forward again. Christian to Brown. Brown and Hamilton. Well done, Paul Hamilton. But Brown recovers. Gavin Brown taps it on. Russell brought the ground. Terrific tackling by the Bombers. Mark Thompson to Antropus. Back to Thompson. Back to Antropus, I think. No, Thompson elects to have a kick.
Grenvold's tackle was magnificent at half-back. O'Donnell, well done. Madden, Kelly, and next time it won't be a free kick. Remembering in the first quarter, well, the Bombers haven't lost their spirit. Grenvold putting the big tackle on at half-back. They lead by a goal. Madden, the veteran, the great champion for Essendon over the years. Kerrison's kick out in the full. Well, it's slewed off the side, and you've got to forgive players in these conditions under such pressure for a mistake now and then. Salmon's off. Drop punt. Full short. And Monkhorst, was he off? Yes. He was going to pay for it. It'll be a ball up. No, Christian, I should say. And he doesn't like it a bit, Bernie.
Well, he certainly looked as if he was going on, didn't he? He had the momentum up, Bruce.
He went to play on.
So a throw up. Madden easily. Quick kick away by McGuan, but only as far as Izard. Probably too far out. 55 metres where he'll kick it from. Players running left, right and centre. Izard pops it up towards the goal square. Werner with a chance off. Brilliant smother there by Kelly. Kick off the ground by Dacos, and it's effective.
That could be a winning move, that, Bernie.
Well, they played Cransberg across the half-back line in the first half. Essendon as a loose man. And Dacos is getting a lot of kicks across there at the moment.
Well, a beautiful punch away that was then too, but Dacos has terrific skill. He wasn't doing much up forward, so they won't lose much up there. There's Harvey in after it, but he's just got such good skills, Dacos. If he swoops around at the back of that centre forward area, it'll be hard to get it past him. There's Mark Harvey, who's carrying a calf injury. Salmon gets it to ground, grabbed by Kelly, on to Shaw. Shaw bumped off the ball, grabbed by Harvey. Now it's McGuan to centre wing. Krasiska marks in front of Mark Thompson.
Krasiska from the wing. Drop punt. Brown again the target. Well done, Hamilton. Francis probably should have left it for Wright, as it turned out. And again we have a stop. But Lee Matthews would be delighted with what's happened in this third quarter so far.
There's Terry Danaher now playing at full back on James Manson, and Gavin Brown's being picked up by Hamilton.
Free kick will go to Harvey against Gafer. after Thompson kicked it to centre half forward.
I'd say, Bruce, that Essendon badly need a couple of quick goals.
Well, Kerrison and Werner just off the action there, trying to get the footy back to Harvey. He's a long way out. Drop punt, looking for the big mark. Madden there. Monkhurst back with him. And it's been paid. Christian, I should say. It's the second time I've mixed them up. Not quite as tall. Christian. All short to Shaw. Danger. Now Gafer. Mullane and Anderson. Anderson's been on top. Does very well this time. Quick, high right foot of Shaw underneath it. He sits and waits. And you back him in from there.
Courage by Tony Shaw. On to Kerrison. The Magpies really defending well. Punched down by Thompson. Then goes in against it. Jamie Turner. Good strong play by Mark Thompson. The ball rolls over the line. Difficult conditions for the players. A very slippery ball, but they're all very, very highly skilled. Salmon against Monkhorst. Back up support by McGuan was good football. Over the top to Francis. Francis and Izard. Free kick for Francis. No.
Oh, come on.
He got rid of the ball and then was held, I felt.
He tapped it out in front of him. He never took possession of it.
No.
And he was dragged to the ground.
Could have been a free kick. Salmon again against Monkhorst. The big thump was by Krasiska. Great play. Barwick tries to tap it down. Or was it Gavin Brown? In fact, it was Gavin Brown and then went and got it again and received a free kick. Gee, that was courageous play by Brown, and he gives it to Krasiska.
Smothered by Thompson. Shaw. Right, important ball to be won here. Right wins it to McGuan. McGuan can charge to the goal, and with a drop punt he misses. It's a behind. 8-6-7-7.
Good play by Michael Long there. He just got there and applied that little bit of pressure that made Mick McGuan kick crookedly towards goal.
It's kick 1-3 McGuan. Danaher to bring her back in. Drop punt, good distance. Madden and Christian. Christian took off early, gave away a free kick. It's interesting, Bernie, that Christian's following Madden everywhere and flying with him for all the big marks.
Yes, well, Christian very strong in the air. He took about 12 marks last week against St Kilda. And he's about 6'4", 6'5", so he can match Madden.
Johnston, a quick hand pass to Mark Thompson. To the half-forward line, Dacos at the back. O'Donnell at the front. I think O'Donnell might have gone down to pick up Dacos on the back line. Dacos a free kick holding the man. And will have to come back behind the mark. And a bit of feeling out there at the moment. Dacos having plenty to say. He's at half-back. It was cleverly played. Dacos to the half-forward line. Punched away from Madden. Big Simon goes and gets it again to centre wing O'Donnell. Still in after Gary O'Donnell. Bumped off the ball. Socked away by Jamie Turner. Clansburg should grab this. Danger for Collingwood. It's kicked to the wide open spaces. Paul Salmon too slow down there. He's a mile behind Christian. Christian will head for the boundary line. And good defensive play by Michael Christian because the time clock is ticking down.
8.5 minutes remaining. The Bombers got the first goal of the quarter, but they haven't been able to add to that total. Free kick to Salmon. But look there. So Salmon from half forward, too far out to goal. It's about 75, 80 metres. Drop punt to centre half forward. Walsh has gone down there. Spawn. Buick. Well, good play, Kelly. Antropus. Spawn with a chance. The drop punt is a good kick. And he's got the goal Essendon wanted.
Right now, your Holden deal has great bonus deals on new Holdens.
$14,754.
So to get the best deal on a new Nova, twist his arm a little.
$12,990. How much? $17,940.
And for a newer Polo, twist a little more.
$15,990. That's better.
And for the best ever deal on Australia's top-selling car, you know what to do.
I want a great deal.
So if you want a great deal, twist your Holden dealer's arm today.
11 points the margin. Essendon in front. Mark Thompson presses his way through the centre. Gary O'Donnell and Dacos tap the ground. It favours the Bombers. Here's Werner. An open goal. He kicks and goals. The Bombers hit back with another one. Michael Werner has kicked the 10th goal for the Bombers. They now lead by 17 points. 8 minutes to go. 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 8 minutes
Well, winning the ball out of the centre of the ground there, which is very important. Down to the forward line, the open forward line. Dacos, O'Donnell, who has followed Dacos down to the Essendon forward line. Dacos, a loose man in defence, but so very important to get the ball out of the middle.
2 goals to Werner and 10 to the Bombers. 10-6, 7-7. Monkhurst clearly, but straight to Madden. Collingwood need the next one now. Anderson. Harvey hit him in the head. Kelly caught. Essendon burrowing in now. They can sense they've got a little chance here to get a break.
Plenty of urgency then about their work, Bruce.
They attack Kelly very quickly. 7 minutes remaining. What a great third quarter it's been. Madden. Mullane stands his ground. Antrobus. Kerrison. Essendon has the numbers. Cransberg, what a good player he is. O'Donnell and Mullane. Kerrison. Handball really to safety. McGuan. Russell has to wait. Does very, very well to Turner, the big kick getter. Looks for Brown. Hamilton versus Brown. Body against body. Izzard. Brown tackles him well. Hamilton. They hold it up, Essendon. I think Collingwood did a bit the same too.
Oh, that was fantastic stuff, wasn't it, Bernie?
Oh, it's been a great contest all round, hasn't it, Pete?
Brown and Hamilton, 2 determined, tough players. Oh, Madden to Hamilton. Very slow to get rid of it. Grabbed by Scott Russell. Can they take a mark? Barwick puts it on the ground. Grenbold taps it over the line. And clever thinking by David Grenbold. Don't take any chances near goals. And he tapped it through for a behind. 10-6 plays, 7-8. There's Lee Matthews. It must be very tough for coaches in these situations.
I think the Collingwood fans yelled out deliberate there against Grenbold. Danaher to bring it back in. We've set up for a great last quarter. 66 to 50. Next goal, very important here, with 6 minutes remaining. And they've been hard to get. Mullane in the front, he's going to pay it. Well, the umpire, the whistle went to the mouth, but no payment. Missed by Johnston. Spawn. It takes a while. Mullane just sat there. He looks tired, Mullane. Turner stands his ground. Cransberg. A break here for Essendon. Cransberg with a long one. Dacos. Buick puts the pressure on. Antrobus cleverly. It'll go out of bounds. And Collingwood can thank their lucky stars for that.
Yes, Essendon had a couple of loose men. If that had bounced the right way, that kick off the ground, they were loose. A vital couple of minutes. 5.5 minutes, in fact, of this quarter. Collingwood would desperately want to hold Essendon here. A couple of quick goals to the Bombers and the Magpies that have all sorts of problems. There's Salmon getting it to ground. Tony Shaw sweeps across the face. Gafer, what will he do with this one? He's looking for right. Oh, it's gone straight to Anderson. Anderson, what a game he's played. Swings onto the left foot, former Port Adelaide player. Goes short to Cransberg. Was that a mark? No mark. Cransberg still going in after him. He's been a fine recruit this year, Peter Cransberg. Look at the skill for a big man. Onto the right foot. That is magnificent football, Peter Cransberg to Gary O'Donnell.
There's a real surprise pack at Cransberg. O'Donnell sweeps onto that left foot. Buick the target. But touched and out of bounds. Notice that Spawn's playing on the lane now. Anderson switched.
Probably Bruce. I think Essendon displaying greater skills when they get the ball. Their usage has been much better than Collingwood's.
Salmon Morwood stands his ground but can't get rid of Walsh. Off the ground, Christian. Spawn. Madden. Round his body. Salmon. Couldn't take it. Shaw off the ground. Kerrison. Shaw. Pressure on the captain. Safety of the boundary line. And well played, Tony Shaw. And if Paul Salmon had taken that one, it was going to be very difficult for Collingwood. It would have been a 4-goal margin. But as it is, it's 16 points.
Madden got it to ground. Sock it off the ground, Tony Shaw. Here's Cranberg again. He's playing a great game. Sock it away towards Michael Long. This could be dangerous. No, he can't pick it up. Now it's Mark Thompson. He's ridden into the ground. Grabbed by Izzard. A hurry kick that lands with McGuan. Back to Izzard. Oh, Francis went in after him. Sock it off the ground cleverly to Jamie Turner. He's lost it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, desperation. So Scott Russell. Tony Shaw in there also. As the players, O'Donnell tried to come out with it. The umpiring has been good and consistent. and the players have been fantastic. Tremendous determination, all players.
It's been a brilliant contest. Free kick against Collingwood against Manson.
Across the neck
to Madden. Manson doesn't like it, but it was there. And so Madden, the 32-year-old who's playing his 343rd game today, chips at the half forward and finds his man, left foot by Johnston. Buick.
He was off too, I think, Darren Buick.
Oh, you couldn't have paid that though.
I think he might have been off, Pete.
It would have been a brave umpire to pay that for.
You have a look at it.
He wanted to play on, but
a couple of steps he took.
Yeah, but he had to try and balance himself. But
all right, okay.
I think given an inch, he would have gone though, Bertie. I think you're right.
Play well today, Buick. 14th kick coming up. He's kicked one. This will be his second from the goal square.
The Bombers by 22. Just under 3 minutes of play left in the third quarter. Really, it would be bad for Collingwood if Essendon get the next goal in this quarter. There's McGuan being brought to ground too high. He had the arm around the shoulder. Had a good fight back by Collingwood, but Essendon steady. As soon as that rain went and it became easy to handle that ball, Essendon picked up their game again. McGuan to the half-forward line. Mullane has it punched away. And is that deliberate? Yes.
Mullane may be playing on the forward line now, is he, Pete? Mullane, I think he may have been moved there.
I think so. There's a short one. No mark. Good play by Mark Thompson as he forces it to the line. He's a good, honest, dependable player, that Thompson. We've got a lot like that, Essendon. O'Donnell, Thompson, Hamilton, Terry Danaher, all similar types.
Madden and Manson. Anderson's quick kick. Kelly and Walsh. Right. Still right. He's run a long way. Barwick the target, but if he can get that far, Thompson. Mullane still playing on the wing on Spawn. So Thompson from halfback. Mr. Dependable. Here's Spawn and Mullane. Mullane did well to Russell. Russell to centre half forward Francis. Off the ground Madden. Anderson not paid. Shaw a quick one. Essendon have a couple of grabs and Hamilton takes the mark.
Well, I thought that was a mark for Anderson too.
Never. Play on. He never controlled it.
Well, I'm glad you're not umpiring together. So Hamilton from halfback to the centre wing. Walsh the target. Harvey takes off Manson. Will it get as far as Krasiska? Russell, left foot, here's a chance. McGuan, who's had a big third quarter. Dacos down in the forward line. McGuan sets it up to Gayfer. Barwick. Dacos. No. Well played, Hamilton. Now Dacos. Oh, brilliantly done, Grenfold. What a defence they've been. And Grenfold clears it and he'll kick it to Kransberg.
Kransberg has played a fantastic third quarter. In fact, he's played a good game. There's Michael Long back to Kransberg. They're teaming well, the Bombers. Kransberg the long kick, looking for Werner. He's got Morwood to beat. Werner taps it on. Walsh off the ground. Kerrison off the ground. Who'll get it? Buick is there first. Ridden into the ground. Grabbed by Gary O'Donnell, who's been great. O'Donnell gets his boot to the ball. There's a loose man there. It's Mark Harvey. He plays on a short one. 7. An open goal. Goal to the Bombers. Great team play back by Essendon. 12-6-78. There's the siren. Collingwood 7-8. 50 and right on three-quarter time. A good goal to 7. Three-quarter time, Essendon lead, 12-6-78. Collingwood 7-8, total of 50.
Welcome back. Collingwood got within 5 points at one stage in the third quarter. The Bombers stretched their lead to 12-6-78 to 7-8-50 at three-quarter time. Tim Watson, who went off in the first quarter with a bad ankle injury, went out in the huddle at three-quarter time. Paul Vanderhaar with him, but you can see Watson won't be playing with the runners on, and there's Lee Matthews. wanting that big effort for Collingwood in the last quarter. Well, the NBL season's in recess at the moment, a couple of weeks to go, and 5 rounds left. The top teams battling it out to see who'll play in the top 6, the playoffs at the end of the season. Check your local guides for NBL action. Davis Cup action coming up from White City in Sydney, September 21 through to 23. It's Australia against Argentina, and tickets are available from White City, or you can phone, book through Ticketek on 02 266 4800. Now, 3/4 time at the MCG, North Melbourne Carlton tightening up there. 20 points in it, an important game. North Melbourne 11-8, Carlton 7-12. They're playing in Perth. West Coast against Richmond at quarter time. Richmond 4 goals in front. Big surprise there, 7-3 to 3-3. Remembering, most of the stations will be going to that game after this for the second half live, as we join Michael Roberts on the boundary line.
Well, thanks, Bruce. And Kevin Sheedy said, we must win this, don't defend it. We have to defend in this last quarter, but when we've got the ball, run at all costs and run it up into the forward line. They were far too loose in that third quarter. They have to tighten up there and wet weather stuff. Punch the ball from behind and kick it off the ground at all costs. Lee Matthews, as Alan Jean said yesterday for Hawthorn, plenty of crummers, get in front, and that's what Matthews wants today. Essendon will try to bottle it up, but he's instructed his forward line to keep open. That's Barwick and Brown, and he's really asked Dacos for a big last quarter.
Thanks for that, Michael, as we look at the match stats.
Well, you can see not much in the kicking. Well, the stats fairly even, except the marking Essendon in control there. Tackles still Collingwood by 10. They hit out for those big men creating problems, Matt and Salmon, Bernie.
Yes, they've done well, haven't they? Monkhurst has done a good job. He's battled his heart out, but probably hasn't had much assistance. Manson's been on the forward line most of the day.
I'd say yes, most of Essendon's handballs have been far more constructive than the Collingwood ones.
So the start of the final term. 78 to 50, 12-6, 7-8. Collingwood to left the screen. I noticed Mullane playing up forward. Keys on the centre wing. Buick's quick kick doesn't go very far. Keys thumps it away. Long. Johnston. Left foot doesn't go very far. Turner couldn't quite make it. Shaw. High one round his body. Dacos takes the mark. His first clear possession in the forward line for the day. Waits for it to settle down.
Much too slow, Bruce.
Now short to Krasiska. This has got to come off or else it'll be embarrassing. Krasiska towards full forward. Kransberg in the front spot. What a good player he's been off the ground. Buick. Well, Collingwood didn't do very well there. And Buick all too easily to centre wing. Gafer, Kelly runs his full 10 metres. Thumps it back towards Mullane. Madden in the front spot. And the former skipper of the club takes a great chest mark.
Simon Madden played well today, taken 4 marks. Not a great day for high flyers, of course. Once that rain came on centre wing, the ball bounces over the line. Kelly has had a very quiet day. Great game on Lockett. There's Tim Watson and Paul van der Haar. Well, considering those 2 players off the ground, it's been a good performance by Essendon. Certainly losing Watson, Bernie early, a huge loss to them.
Yes, and van der Haar, both big game players. Van der Haar usually kicks a swagger goals in the big games.
Lee Matthews, usually pretty unruffled, whether they win or lose, just as he played his football. Buick in after it. And the first 5-6 minutes vitally important for as far as Collingwood are concerned. Essendon will try and bottle it up. They'll harass, they'll scrag, they'll chase and tackle. And there's Manson on the bench with Ron McEwen. They haven't given him much of a go today.
Started off up forward. Went off for Barwick early. Johnston's high kick. Collingwood has the numbers. Gafer. Right running for him at centre half forward. Drop punt. Mullane the target. Barwick. Well, he didn't do well. He had a couple of blokes running for him. The tackle was, well, I thought it was okay, but too high.
It looked a good tackle. I think Thompson went to duck his head there in the end. Bruce, let's have a look at that. Here goes Thompson. No, maybe high to start off with.
Touch and go, that one.
O'Donnell, who's done a superb job on Dacos. The stats might only say 10 kicks and 4 handballs, but what a game he's played. Left foot to centre wing. Madden the target. They're just slowing it down, Essendon. This is the way they want to play it. Long. Handball by Grenvold to Johnston. He's got some space, measures a kick. Keys in the front spot. Well done, Spawn. Keys. Johnston again. Bill Johnston goes to ground, looks for the space with Buick running, but out of play.
Well, the great thing about Gary O'Donnell's game is he's kept Dacos goalless, and Collingwood rely on 4 or 5 goals from Dacos because really they haven't got a top key forward. Maybe they might consider Brian Taylor, who played pretty well in the reserves. Here's Anderson, who's had a sensational game, looking for Buick. Back-up support from Werner. Good play, though, by Turner and Morwood combining. A quick kick by Turner. Centre of the ground, Terry Danaher and Mullane. Danaher wins out onto the left foot, hooks it back. Will it bounce for Tony Shaw? It does. He gets in a hand pass. Mullane grabs it, hooks it round his body. He finds Graham Wright. A big chance now for the Magpies as Graham Wright is off and running. And they got a forward to capitalise. Gavin Brown comes out in front. Hamilton hot on his hammer. Over the back is Dacos. Can he kick a goal, Peter Dacos? Yes, he can. That's what they needed.
4 and 20. Ripper, dipper. Oi, can we see the beer list? No worries.
4 and 20. The great Australian taste.
78 to 56. Important. Collingwood got the first. Mr. Magic gets his first goal in his 200th game. Thompson. Turner, who's been very good. Mullane did well there to spoil. O'Donnell to the boundary. It'll finally get there. Gary O'Donnell, who's done a mighty job on Peter Dacos. Monkhurst versus Madden. Body against body. Right. Russell. Anderson just whips it off him. Francis tries to run him down. Kelly versus Walsh. Antrobus. Free kick will go to Collingwood. And the advantage played. Antrobus fans thought he should have got it, but it was paid early in that. Here's Dacos. Keys left foot. Brown. But Collingwood deep in attack. Dacos getting some touches. Laying it off to players running past. And Matthews must fancy they've still got a chance. A long way to go.
Madden again. This time he comes over the top. He punches it straight back to the line. He only had the Collingwood forwards to ruck against him then. But the Magpies, they'll fight it out. Dacos swoops at the front. Tony Shaw with a quick kick. And will Brown take a mark? Kick off the ground by Brown.
Huge roar at Waverley. 16 points in it. Monkhurst scoops it out. Barwick with a long one. Brown. O'Donnell. Keys with him. Was it out on the full? No. Mr. Fix-It man, Gary O'Donnell. But suddenly, Essendon being besieged, as they were in the third quarter. Mullane over the top. Brown. Left foot by Keys. Misses. Are behind. 12-6-9-9. 18 shots apiece. 15 points the margin.
A big occasion for a young player, Terry Keys. As for all the young players out there on the ground.
Played well last week, Pete. He had over 20 possessions when he came on at quarter time.
Finals type atmosphere. Gary O'Donnell, like a general down there. He's not sure where to kick it. And the crowd, the Collingwood supporters hooting. Terry Danaher up in front. Punched by Graham Wright. Disciplined play. Mullane under McGuan. McGuan hooks it back on the left foot. Will it get there? No, it's thumped through by Izzard for another behind, but Collingwood are doing all the attacking with the breeze. 9-10-64 Collingwood. Essendon 12-6-78. The margin only 14 points. Plenty of time. Just under 19 minutes of play left in this match.
O'Donnell again. Goes the other way. Looks for Madden. Barwick in the front spot. Just the one hand. But obviously not touched.
Out on the full. Look, I think it came off Simon Madden's boot, Bruce.
Must have, because I thought Barwick might have even got a touch to it earlier.
Yeah, he definitely touched it. It came off Simon's boot.
Well, he's a thumping kick, Barwick. He could really go for this and put it in the goal square. And that's what he's tried to do. Mullane at the back. Izzard. Thompson. Good tackle by Dacos. O'Donnell. It's still in play. Barwick. Krasiska. Well done, Grenvold. High one. Gayfer will take it. Good mark. Stood his ground. They were coming at him left, right and centre. Oh, he's going to go sideways. Backwards to Morwood. They're confident. You can't make mistakes, though, when you're doing that. Mullane, the target. Long, right in his back. It's got to be a free kick. Oh! Here's a chance. Right. Was that a throw? Against Christian.
Should have been a free kick to Long.
Well, that's justice, isn't it? Because the first kick was obvious.
Simon Madden from half-back. The centre wing. Salmon, the big arms go up. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Grabbed by Gayfer was good play. This is Mark Thompson. He'll head towards the line. You can bet on that. And that was tough.
No,
that was tough with a guy playing the ball and under pressure like that. He had to try and come round that side.
The rules are there, Pete. If you go deliberately across the boundary line, they must pay the free.
Tony Shaw can't take it. There's Mark Harvey in after it. Now it's Buick. Buick over the top of it. Grabbed by Scott Russell. A quick kick to half forward. The mark is taken by Madden.
Half back. Slowing it down. Short. Thompson. Just playing percentage, but as Michael Roberts said at three-quarter time, Kevin Sheedy said, we've got to win it, we've got to attack. And I don't think Essendon will win unless they kick another goal. It's 12, 6, 9, 10. They're going to have to kick a couple to make a certainty of it. Long. Morwood there. Krasiska and Antrobus. Well done, Antrobus. Werner went without it. Morwood. But Buick's there to take advantage. Squeezes a kick to Walsh. And out of bounds. So the Bombers in attack for really the first time in the quarter. It's been all Collingwood.
The worst thing that could happen to Collingwood now for Essendon to score a goal. Into the breeze. Salmon in front. It's all Collingwood on the defensive side, though. Shaw receives from Kerrison. Kransberger's been great. He marks. Almost on centre wing. Oh, I thought he was going to transfer play to the opposite side then, but he elects to go back and kick long. Walsh wrestling with Cowley. Over the back is Gayfer, playing a good final term. Shuffles it out to Christian. It's all Essendon. Three players will raffle this one. They nearly missed it up. It's grabbed there by Mark Thompson. He should kick it long up to his forwards. He does. Kelly comes out in front of Walsh. Oh, luck's a fortune. Walsh waited at the back. Kicks it to half forward. A mark taken by Kerrison.
Well, they don't take him on their chest anymore. 50 metres against Antrobus. Kelly really could have taken that on his chest. So a 50-metre penalty against Antrobus, and Kerrison charges up the ground and he'll kick it to Gayfer sideways. It'll better sit because here's trouble. Look at Buick. Went to ground. Shaw.
Well done, Gayfer.
Still Shaw. He'll chip it to Christian. And finds him at centre wing. Another chip one. A bad kick. And Kransberg, who's been magnificent.
He went for the wrong man there, actually, Michael. Christian.
Look, I still maintain with that breeze, you get it and you kick it 70 metres down your end.
It's Kransberg sideways. Gee, they're taking some chances here. Thompson, he'll kick it sideways again because it's on now. Danaher. No, slows it up. Slows it right down. Graham right on the mark. Danaher from the centre square.
Simon Madden up at half forward. The Collingwood players desperate. Here's Salmon off the ground, but it's all Collingwood at half back. Kerrison, Turner. Turner to Dacos. Beautifully picked up. He puts it on the ground. Terrific skill shown by Dacos. He gets onto the right foot and kicks to the half forward line. He's found Gavin Krasiska. But can they find a loose man? The short one is on Gavin Brown. Is it a mark? Yes, it is.
It's better. A bit of movement in the forward line there from Collingwood. Some leading, which they haven't been doing a lot of.
Yes, the slip catch by Brown, the long kick. It's a goal to the Magpies. Great kick by Brown.
Brown with 4 goals, but it was Dacos' sure handing in the centre that really set that one up. 78-70. Well, we said it would be the match of the year, and for tension and excitement, it's living up to its name. Turner. Krasiska. Will he take him on? He can't. A great tackle holding the ball. Well done, Bomber Thompson. Such an important play, that one, because Krasiska would have been through. But Thompson was ferocious. They're mucking around a bit, though, Essendon. They're going very short. Salmon. Good tackle, right. Charges towards goal. Brown. Dacos is sweating on it. Will he weave some magic here? Krasiska. Quick left foot. Oh, long well done, because Collingwood was in. Salmon in the centre, limping a little, but he's at least moving. Gee, what an important mark by Long. Two Collingwood players sweating on it. Christian at the back of Madden. Shaw with some courage. Christian caught by Anderson. Francis. Chance for Turner. Attacks the goal front. Brown. Keys off the ground are behind. 12, 6, 10, 11. And the tension is building to almost an unbearable state.
12 and a half minutes of play left. Kevin Sheedy, a worried look now. 7 points only the margin, and Collingwood have got the momentum and they're coming home hard. This is Buick. He was off onto the left foot. Who will it come to? Tony Shaw. Essendon have fiddled with the ball. Here's Barwick. If he gets hold of it, it'll be danger for Essendon. Barwick to Turner. The quick kick. Mark Thompson couldn't take it. Krasiska. Back it comes to Keys, the youngster. Fires and hits the post. Oh, boy, bad luck for Collingwood. 6 points the margin, one straight kick. And I think you'd nearly back Collingwood from here, Bernie.
He's kicked 3 behinds in this last quarter, Terry Keys. And now only one kick in it. I think Collingwood coming home with the momentum.
Well, there's a roar at Waverley now that you hear only every now and then in footy. The Collingwood army is in full voice. Salmon. What a test now for the Bombers. They've led all day, and the gauntlet's been thrown down to them. Danaher, free kick to Madden against Christian. They need one here against the run of play, Essendon. As I said earlier, they're going to have to kick a goal to win it. Walsh, Kelly at the back. Turner and Antrobus. Turner, who's played wonderfully well. Unsung hero, Jamie Turner.
30 possessions, Bruce.
He's been steady, hasn't he?
I haven't seen him play a better game, Jamie Turner.
He has stood up to the challenge today. Christian. Izzard runs into Anderson. Caught Anderson, quick kick, he squeezed one out there. Spawn. Turner again. Mullane right. Nearly a ripper. McGuan. Off the ground, Izzard. Long. Caught by Turner. A great tackle. Oh, gee, that was tough.
Well, there was a couple of decisions there. The first one, when Graham Wright went for that mark, I thought he was interfered with.
Michael Long has been excellent, 17 possessions, but every time he gets it, he's dangerous. I really reckon Essendon have been fiddling with it in this quarter. They should get it, that's it. That's the way to do it. Up into the breeze, over the back. Walsh off the ground. Oh, this could be a goal coming up to Johnston, who suckers it off the ground, right through the middle of the bomb.
To make a move.
He's a love machine.
And good old Effie. What about your reputation?
I don't have one.
What about mine?
You need one.
Acropolis Now plus a lower low starts 7:30 Thursday on 7.
Plenty of time for Collingwood. Francis attacks the goal. Brown and Hamilton. It's still Brown. Left foot. And has he kicked it? No, he has. Yes, he has. A brilliant goal. His 5th. And Collingwood looking a goal again. What a match.
There's 5 goals to Gavin Brown, 3 in this last quarter. He's had this hamstring injury, which has dogged him all through the season, but Gavin Brown shows his class here. Maybe favoured by the bounce, a little bit lucky. But they're great skills shown on that left boot, swinging across his body, right through the middle.
Perfect pies. It says the sign. Well, you could certainly say that about that player. Gavin Brown, a big game player, class player. Under pressure, he kicked a vital goal. Madden gets it to ground. Who'll get the next one? Tony Francis out of the centre. Mullane to right. To half forward, and Krasiska remarks. He wants to play on. Yes, the umpire's called play on. To the pocket. Gavin Brown again. Thumped down by Hamilton. Is it over the line? I think it was. And Scott Russell couldn't keep it in. 1 goal the margin. Collingwood kicking with the breeze. Kevin Sheedy on the phone. What a finish to a great game.
Very few options for Sheedy with Van der Haar and Watson injured. Long just palms it to Buick, who does the same for Thompson. Caught, but gets it across to Buick with some distance to centre wing. Morwood. Play on call. Turner. What a star he's been. Short. McGuan. Better get your kick in a hurry. Keys. Christian. Well played, Grenville. Keys. High and long. Dacos. Salmon. Terry Danaher. To the boundary. And it will get there. It's been a magnificent match. The sellout crowd have roared their heads off here today. A goal the difference with 8.5 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time for Collingwood with the breeze. There's Madden over the top. It's shuffled out. Long in after it for the Bombers. And Graham Wright, his opponent, they've had a terrific duel on that wing. And
interesting, Peter, Collingwood have won it out of the centre square every time in this last quarter.
Well, what a difference that makes. Madden. Oh, he taps it to the advantage of Tony Shaw. He tries to hook it back into play. It comes off the hands of Buick over the line. Half forward for Collingwood. Great fight back by Collingwood. It looked like Essendon certainly at three-quarter time. But Essendon, Collingwood have fought back magnificently. Francis goes to ground. Cransberg. McGuan. Long. A clever little kick. Out the centre wing. Big Salmon tries to sucker it off the ground. The loose ball. Oh, Kiwerner almost lost it. It could be holding the ball. No, it's not. Michael Long's got it on the left foot. Brings it to half forward. Kevin Walsh. I don't know whether he's 100% fit as it comes to Kelly. Walsh puts on a tackle. Jamie Turner. Oh, look at the desperation of all players. This is fantastic stuff.
What a contest, Pete. And every player has given 100%. There are a lot of tired boys out there at the end of this game.
7 minutes remaining. One straight kick the difference. The Bombers lead. Morwood, cleverly, goes to ground and gets a free kick. Will he weave something out of that, Morwood? There was nowhere for him to go. And he just went to ground. Found a little bit of space. Morwood from half-back. Mullane the target. Well done, Danaher. Spawn pushes Barwick off it. Thompson. Caught. Izzard off the ground. Not very far, but Buick's got it. Here's danger. He might take them all on. Anderson. Still Anderson. Not a good kick. Christian. A quick one. A hurried one. Cransberg with class. Madden. The 1-2 to Cransberg. Long handball. Spawn. Turner. Wright. Barwick breaks the tackle. Panics in the end. Could have gone on with it. Made a mistake. Grenville takes the mark. Should have taken a Barwick.
Geez, there's some pressure.
Grenville from the centre square. Turner. And as Peter McKenna said, probably his greatest game.
He's played a magnificent game, Jamie Turner. Finds Barwick. He can run a mile. Barwick, the booming kick to the half-forward line, looking for Dacos. What did he do, Peter Dacos? He had 2 to beat, and Gary O'Donnell taps it to the line.
Darren Mullane throwing his hands up in the air. Why didn't you kick it to me, Doug Barwick?
Gary O'Donnell shouting instructions on that half-forward line. 6 points the margin. A goal to Collingwood here and scores a dead set level. Simon Madden gets it to ground. Tony Shaw will get onto his left foot, hook it up in front, pressure on. Keys! Terry Keys across the front of the pack. The youngster is marked. 45 metres out from goal. What a big moment for this young player.
He is a very good kick for goal too, Terry Keys, in front of the pack. The pack bearing down on him, a very good mark under pressure.
If he kicks this goal, the scores are level with 5 minutes of play left. If he misses, it'll margin will be 5 points, of course, as he kicks right on the 50-metre line. Keys lays back, kicks to the right and out of bounds on the full. That was a pressure kick if ever I've seen one, and a vital kick.
Well, that's 3 behinds and 1 out of bounds in the full in this last quarter from Terry Keys.
Danaher to bring it back. Essendon's been in front all day. Collingwood trailed by a goal. The closest they got was 5 points. But the last time scores were level was at the start of the match. So Danaher to half back. Spawn. Walsh the target. Gets around Kelly. Now caught. Cransberg. Very close to Essendon's best. To the wing. And a ball in. 4 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Anderson, who's had 23 kicks and 2 handballs, really gave it to Malone early. Salmon. From the side, Werner. And obvious tactics there. Buick happy about it. They've got to hang on now, Essendon. Still 4 minutes to go. There's time for a Collingwood goal. Salmon again. Well, that's got to be deliberate, doesn't it? I guess they'd never play it.
It'd be a pretty brave umpire. Well, it's almost on centre wing. 1 goal the margin. Salmon against Monkhorst. Walsh comes in to do some ruck work too. Cransberg. Socket off the ground. Antrobus. Ooh, look at the players crashing after that. Tony Francis was 1, and the bounce will take place right next to the line.
Great courage there, wasn't it, from Tony Francis, putting his body in under a lot of pressure.
3 minutes and 15 seconds of play left in this game. Monkhorst to Tony Shaw. Francis, now it's Elenizar. Onto the left foot, hooking it back to Anderson. He can't quite track the mark. Antrobus is there. Was he grabbed? He was playing for the free kick. Harrison in hard after it. It's shuffled out to Turner. Turner a quick kick, but straight into the hands of Darren Buick, and he's been a good player too.
He's had 19 kicks, Buick. This will be his 20th, and he's kicked 2 goals. From centre wing, long kick. Anderson there with Walsh. Shaw. Quick kick by Turner. Chance here for Barwick. Played on. McGuan. They've got to do something here, Collingwood. Monkhorst. A chance. Francis. High tackle. Should be a free kick, it is. So Collingwood will go deep into attack. Will this be... Sorry, Bruni, I was going to say, will this be their last chance? He's going to play on. Called to play on in the end. And not a good kick. And he didn't do very well at all, Francis. Thompson from centre half back.
Well, they're experienced, Essendon in tights. He's off. Mark Thompson was off, and the umpire said that, and he kicks to centre wing. Madden was there. Barwick tapping it towards the line. Gary O'Donnell, desperate play. Dacos is there. That went over the line, in fact. It'll be a throw-in at half-forward. Let's look at the time clock. 1 minute and 50 seconds of play left. Goal the difference in favour of Essendon. The ball at half-forward for Collingwood. Here's Elenizar. Can't get his boot to it. Players pouncing on top of it. It's a loose one, but the umpire in the meantime has blown the whistle. Can the Bombers hang on? Can Collingwood? What's the chances of a draw even?
Well, they're a goal behind with 1.5 minutes to play. Izzard. Quick kick by McGuan. Is this the last chance? Brown. Dacos. Krasiska. Magnificent smother. Keys. Mullane tries to barge his way.
Oh, Wilson. That's sensational stuff. That was courage. That was everything in there. And not one nasty blow struck. It was just all tough.
It's been played in great spirits, hasn't it, this game? It's been a tough, uncompromising game, but the players have really done the right thing.
Russell tries to get rid of it. Well, the smother on Krasiska across the boot. Matthews on the edge of his chair. Can you blame him? What would he give for a goal here? Madden. Thompson. Keeps it just inside the line. And the time is down to 30 seconds. 13-6 to 11-12. Last chance for Collingwood. Madden and Mullane. Antrobus. Kelly. Still Kelly. Left foot. Can they mark it? Dacos. Still there. 8 seconds. Russell. And surely time will beat them. It has. The Bombers are winning. Essendon has won the match of the season. 13-6-84. Collingwood 11-12. 78. One of the great games of footy. No question. A sellout crowd. Dacos is 200. He'll be disappointed. Barwick will be disappointed. And Essendon rejoice. Who said this was just another home and away match? This was playing for the big stakes today. The top spot. And the Bombers have grabbed it. They've taken the top. And they're going to be mighty hard to beat now. And won't the public be dying for another rematch in September? Because what they saw today has really made them thirsty for another challenge. Essendon's #1 fan. It really was high excitement at Waverley. You'll go a long way to see anything better than that. 13-6 the Bombers, 11-12 Collingwood, Essendon by 6 points.